Hi guys, good to have you all back. Happy Sunday. I have, I think, a 2-for-1 video for you guys. It's going to be an enormous vintage and antique junk journal supply haul. Now, here's what happened. I went thrifting. Did you really? How peculiar. Yes, that's what I do all the time. But a couple of weeks ago at my make and take, I met the lovely Lillian who told me about her antique booth that was basically only a 20-minute drive from where I live. So I simply had to go. Now, for those of you who don't know what an antique booth is, it's like a big shop with separate sort of sections or corners or what have you, that resellers rent a space. I think they rent a space and, you know, display all their lovely stuff that you can buy. So I simply had to go. I was anticipating high prices because this is not a thrift shop, not a Goodwill. It's actually an antique shop. And I have visited a couple of antique shops before and, you know, went home with nothing. But this time I was pleasantly surprised. It's not thrift shop prices, but they were acceptable. I really was surprised. So I found some amazing treasures I need to share with you guys. Okay, but first I'm going to do my thrift haul. Yes, that's what I'm going to start with because I have loads. I am, as usual, going to put it in categories. Going to start with haberdashery. I have a mountain of fabrics next to me. I'm going to start with the larger pieces because I found some large pieces. I folded it up very nicely. It is very heavy material. It's like a canvas and it's loads. It's like one curtain panels. Probably was curtains at some point. I don't know. But I just like it. Very colorful. But also vintagey. You can grunge this up a little bit. I want to use all the fabrics that I buy to make journal covers from. Do you make lots of fabric journal covers? No, but I could. So I have this one with the lovely stripes. Pretty, right? Then I found two classics. I found this one. Yes, you cannot go wrong with a beautiful floral print. Beautiful roses, beautiful flowers on a peachy background. Again, heavy material like a canvas. Yes, probably these were curtain material or drapes or, you know, something for a window dressing. So this one, but I also found this one. Yeah, probably maybe from the same person. So this is a lighter pink with beautiful big florals on here. Isn't that gorgeous? And again, it was so much on here. Now, all of them were €2 a piece. Which is basically nothing. I think it's like 1 meter and 40 centimeters by 2 meters. It's like a curtain panel. So these were the big pieces. Then this is also a big piece, but it's a special one. Yes, I think it's a flannel. A bigger piece. It is a little bit more vintagey. And well, it's a reindeer and it's for Christmas or winter journal. Isn't it fantastic? Look at the colors. Yes, I absolutely love it. So it's all these sort of panels with reindeer. Upside down reindeer and normal reindeer. You know, graffiti. I don't know. It's fantastic. Again, a large piece. There were some stains on here, but I don't need all of it. And also for this one, I paid €2. 1 meter and 30 centimeters and 1 meter and 5. It's just amazing. And it's very soft. Flannel. Now, a couple of those, you're gonna laugh. I bought baby stuff. Why? Because it was just cute. This first one, it is vintage for sure. I don't know what they use this for. It is extremely soft on the inside. Very soft. And this for sure is 70s. Maybe early 80s, but it looks 70s to me. With the small sort of polka dots and the bunnies and the butterflies, the elephants. It's not baby stuff. So maybe one day I want to make a baby journal for someone. Or more vintage journal. I don't know if you know who Kitty Witty is. Kitty Witty, just, you know, Google her on Instagram and on... well, she also has a YouTube channel. She makes the most wonderful creations with all these lovely sort of fabrics and colors and just bright and cheerful. I think I paid €1 for this, but it's just fantastic. Then this one, not really vintage, but I just couldn't resist. It was a big piece. It is a big piece. Yes, it's sort of like quilt-like with, well, children's toys on it. I just liked it. I don't know. I was in the mood for something cutesy. So, and then I found something cutesy. Also with this one, this could be for a normal, like, winter journal. With the lovely penguins on ice, with snowflakes, softer material. Again, big piece. Paid 80 cents for it or something like it. You know, if this was like €5, I wouldn't take it home. Because it's not really me. But I don't know. I was in a cutesy mood. So I bought some cutesy stuff. What else? Well, this is not cutesy at all. It's not a denim, but it looks like a denim. Yes, like jeans. It's darker blue with some artsy-fartsy stuff on it. I don't know, some ornaments. And what I really like about this fabric is basically I bought two fabrics. Because if you flip it over, see, you can use this side as well. I honestly don't even know which side is the front or the back. This could be the front and this the back. I reckon this would be the front. Now, it's a smaller piece, but it's a longer piece. So I can make, well, several journals out of this if I want to. And this looks a little bit more grungy, so a little bit more my style. This is upholstery, for sure. This is for, you know, a couch or whatever. I think this is rather new, but the color was just, you know, well, it's a color. It's a color. It's new. And it's a beautiful sort of turquoise or teal. It was 80 cents. It's a larger piece as well. With, well, you cannot go wrong with this print of flowers. Imagine this wallpaper. Well, then I need to have sunglasses in my home because that's a little bit too bright. But it could be a lovely, lovely journal cover. And then this one, again, upholstery material. This could be a little bit vintagey, guys. It smells vintage, for sure. It's just a beautiful sort of classic pattern. Yes, this sort of, what's it called? Well, diamond shapes, trellis, do not know, with lovely small ornaments in them. A beautiful green and then a classic sort of burgundy red. And when you open it up, paid €1 for it. Then it's like this. So basically, again, I have two pieces of fabric. In my opinion. See, it's like the negative. This is probably the front, this is the back. But I don't really care because I love both of them. Both of them. So that was a beautiful classic. Then this is rather new. It feels like linen. It has a sort of, well, let's say palm leaves. I bought a piece of fabric like this, brought it home. And then I think this is actually a garment of something. Because there were pieces sewn together. So I have now two pieces. So this might have been a dress or a skirt or what have you. Sort of a linen. It has a linen feel to it. But it's a lovely color. With all the sort of palm leaves. Let's say palm leaves. So a little bit tropical. And I have two pieces. Yes. This one, talking about vintage. This is real vintage. Again, I bought it as is. And then I folded it out at home. And it was actually, I think this was sort of a curtain. Yes, it could hold a rod on the top, yes. For a kitchen cabinet. You know, instead of a door, you had this in front of... I took it off because it was in the way. Now, you cannot rip this. You need to cut it because if you rip it, it's almost like paper. It has this sort of layer on the inside. It is really, really grungy on the inside, guys. Look at this. Yes, really grungy. Tried to rip it, that didn't work. So you need to cut it. But look at the print. It has a structure on it. Well, that is late 60s, early 70s. Oh my gosh, I just now realized I have found the matching wallpaper in a different thrift shop. Yeah, it's just amazing. I absolutely love this. Grunge it up a little bit more and you have a retro journal cover. Great, right? Okay, I have a couple more fabric pieces that are odd. Like odd materials or very small pieces. Let me show you. So I found this, and this is actually organza. So it's see-through material. It's like a sort of a souvenir item from New Zealand. It says New Zealand. It is big. Normally I find these ones in sort of a tea towel variation. But it has some panels, some scenes of the country. Look at this. It's just gorgeous. And then in the middle it says New Zealand. See? All of this with the lovely sort of flowers all around. So lots of those. Yes. What are you going to do with it? I didn't know. I was with very good friends of mine in the thrift shop. And I don't know what I'm going to use it for. But I really liked it. And then, light bulb moment. I'm going to do an experiment with this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take off a nice piece that I like. From this sort of lovely lady or this big boat. I'm going to cut it out, iron it so it's as flat as possible. And I'm going to put it through my laminator. I don't know if it's going to work. But I'm going to put it, well, you know, in between the laminator plastic sheets. Through your laminator. So it will probably be like a see-through page. I don't know. I've seen a video on it, or I don't even know it's going to work. But that is, oh, that would be just a lovely image. Look at this. What I also could do is put a piece of beautiful old music paper behind it and have this sort of as decoupage, but then through a laminator. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try it out, guys. If it works, I'm going to show you. If it doesn't, well, then it didn't. So then I found this. Yes, so ugly. Sometimes something is so ugly that you just love it. It's orange, yes, and it is fuzzy. Fuzzy. I just wanted to have it. It was 25 cents. So maybe at some point I want to make a fuzzy orange cover. Who knows? Who knows? And it's a perfect size for a mini journal to do this. That'll be a challenge, right? I just had to have it. Just had to have it. Then two small pieces. At my thrift shop, they have some small containers with like the smallest pieces for, well, people like me, or if you're a quilter or what have you. So I found this. I actually thought I had two pieces. I had more pieces, but I only found the one. Maybe the other piece went with my very good friend. Only 10 cents. I think this is very vintage. It's basically from a curtain. Yes, with a beautiful print. But there's also not a real lace layer, but it feels like there's a lace layer on it. It's just so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And I can make a small journal cover out of it, or toppers, or what have you. The last piece that I found, a small piece, newer. I don't know what this was used for, but look how cool it is. Yes, it's lady shopping. Lady shopping. She looks like the owner from The Devil Wears Prada. Do you know the movie? She looks just like her. She has a name. I don't know the name anymore. Yeah. So this screams to me tall skinny journal. Yeah. Cool. Very cool. One more sort of fabric item that is not fabric. I found this. I don't know, guys, what I was thinking. I was channeling baby something. Baby, and I don't do babies. I don't even really like babies. I know. I'm not a horrible person. I just don't have. I like kittens. So I found this lovely bear, a patch, and then you can also use it like this. And it was 10 cents. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, you want to come live with me in my home? So yes, I found this. Yeah. But I have more stuff, haberdashery stuff, you know, ribbons and laces and all sorts. Let me show you. Let's start with the ribbons. Well, I found gingham. It's lovely green, older, like the new green color from First I Find Claire. Well, not the new one. Shady Lane. Shady Lane? Yes, it's not a big piece. I paid 40 cents for it, but hey guys, it's gingham. It's gingham, and I love it. It's actually a nice size, I really like it. I love my gingham. And then I found rickrack, or zigzag. We would say zigzag, but you guys call it rickrack. Yeah, I have two colors. I have sort of a frayed burlap color, sort of a neutral tan color, like a sand color. Yes. 1 meter and 75 centimeters, 40 cents. And then I have red. Red. I actually have 2 red. It's probably because one was for my friend and it ended up in my bag. So it's on its way, lovey. Yes. And then red, which is a lot. 5 meters. That is a whole bunch for €1. You cannot go wrong with red Rick Rack. Red, say that 10 times. Yeah. Then I found this. Also not very, very old. But very, very lovely. Yeah. Sort of white with, well, you can pair it up. Can you? Let go. You could basically pair this up. Oh, that looks lovely. Look like this. Yes. Put it through your sewing machine. I'm not gonna. But that looks amazing, right? Yeah. Oh, actually, cool idea. 2.5 meters. What did I pay? What did I? No. Well, probably €1. Probably €1. Then some vintagey stuff, because this is vintage. 3 meters. Yeah, it's fuzzy. It's woolly. It's probably trim for upholstery material, like furniture or pillows or something. 3 meters. What did I pay? Oh, what did you pay? 80. Oh my gosh, 80 cents. Those people don't know what they have. Yeah, but I love it. Look at this. Yes, on a spine for journal or, you know, closure, topper, and so neatly sort of rolled all together. Yeah, cool. Then I found a couple of these. Now, I was with my friend who doesn't have, well, she has a lot. I can tell you she has a lot. But she didn't have a lot of this. This is actually monogram, I'm going to say monogram ribbon. Yes. Paid 30 cents. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is worth so much more than 30 cents. If this was €2, I would have bought it. So 1 meter and 70 centimeters. And it says meme. Guess what? My name's Margaret. Yes. So I kept this one. And there were 3 others that I told my lovely friend, you need to have these. She agreed with me. Absolutely. So yes, great find for 30 cents. Great, great find. Yeah. Then I also found some hardware. Before I show you the hardware, let me show you the plasticware. Yes. My friend found a whole bunch of these. And she knows what she's going to do with it. She's going to show me. She's a crafter, a lovely chef. She's a junk journaler. I know what this is for backpacks and what have you. Yes. So you can make this into a closure. You need to put on ribbon here and then probably ribbon there. Yeah, makes sense. And she's brilliant. She was saying you can put an embellishment then on the top to sort of cover this. That is a brilliant idea. So I have 2. I have a bigger one and a slightly smaller one. Let's see what works with this. So this was the plasticware. Something wood. I have bought some sort of buckles. Let's call it buckles. In the Netherlands, we have a different word for it. Gespjes. Let's call it buckles. Yes. A lovely sort of distressed wooden one. You put your ribbon through here as a closure on top of a journal. So that was fantastic. What did I pay? 15 cents. Oh my gosh, I broke the bank. 15 cents. And then this one. Look how beautiful, guys. 25 cents. Like ornate with fantastic, right? Yeah. Oh, I really like it. Ooh, and then imagine this, guys, with the green gingham. Like so, as a closure. That's just beautiful. That's just gorgeous. So, 25 cents. I found another old one for 15 cents because, you know, yes, my thrift shop is so expensive. It is metal with leather on top of it, but the leather is like cracking and distressed, just the way that we like it. So a small leather one, that was cool. Then I found this one again. Oh, this was 35 cents. Oh my gosh, expensive. Like a copper one, again, sort of distressed with faux stitching. I just like it. What does it say? Something. So this is newer. Now these are older for sure, but this is a little bit newer. That's probably why it was 35 cents. Then I found 2 items that I have not used before in my crafting journey. These are actually the bits from suspenders. I paid 25 cents for it. Yes, suspenders. You know, that you have the old men have that with bellies. I don't know. I used to wear them a lot. Did not have a belly. Was not an old man. I can do something with this for sure. And they are sort of copper colored, somewhat older. And yeah, this could be a thing. This could be a thing. So now I'm on the lookout for suspenders or these from suspenders. Now this is, what did I pay? €1.25. And I do not know what it's called in English. I am happy I know the, oh, I'm missing a piece. Oh no, the piece is here. I'm happy I know the Dutch word for this. I'm going to mention the Dutch word. It's called a schellekoord. It's like a tall, skinny, embroidered piece. Yes. That you put the top here and the bottom there. Longer, way longer. And then most of the times it had a bell on the bottom. And that you can sort of, you know, service please, something like it. But I do not know the English word, schellekoord. Yes, it was mostly purely decorative. But, you know, in the Victorian mansions, they had these on the wall so they could sort of pull it and then a bell rang at the servants' quarters. Am I making any sense? Or am I too Bridgerton for you right now? So yeah, I've never seen this. I have seen with a big sort of metal ornaments that are beautiful. I have a couple of those, but I've never seen this simple one. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, on a journal cover, just put a lovely sort of tag in between here and an embellishment here. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, absolutely love it. So this is giving me ideas, right? Yeah. So the next item, as you know, I have a lot of buttons and I don't need buttons. But I do need this. Let me show you. So I found this, did not know what it was. It looked very retro, sort of 80s to me, like 80s. And it has a business card on the top from someone, a company in Hong Kong and also in the United Kingdom. And honestly, I didn't know what it was. I paid up a little bit for it. Well, not really. €2.20. So I was like, what is this? And I open it up. It's amazing. It's a button sample book. So these were for salespersons to try to sell the buttons from a button company. So it's all sorts of buttons. Well, I can tell now this is definitely 80s. Because these buttons were used on garments in the 80s, maybe early 90s. Oh, they're so horrible. Imagine something with all these buttons on. Couldn't have been nice, but I absolutely love them. Now, I am not going to use the buttons as such. I am going to eventually, not anytime soon, going to make this into a journal. How? Well, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to have this on the outside. It's just fantastic, right? It's just, how would you find this in a thrift shop? How many of these are around? Yes, do you have one? Let me know. It's just cool. It's for a salesperson that went to, you know, factories that made garments and needed buttons. There are some lovely on here. Look at this. Yes, I love it. So I think it's a one-of-a-kind find and I am really happy with it. I'm probably going to put it on display somewhere in my craft room like this because I just love the buttons. They're so plasticky, they're so awful. But I love them. So great find, right? Yes, great find. Could also have been from a hairdresser's. It's giving me like 80s hairdresser vibes, you know, when you're at the hairdressers and you have to wait. And there are these magazines that you can pick out your hairstyle. Nobody picked this, of course. No, it would have been like insane. Okay, was that it for haberdashery? Yes. What's next? I'm going to do miscellaneous. I have the weirdest items next to me, guys. You're gonna have so much fun. Okay, I'm gonna start with this. Yes, I found this on a table with screws and a mouse trap and just all sorts. And it was here. And I skipped it and I was going through it and then I put it in my hand again. And then my friend said to me, if you touch it twice, you have to buy it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to buy it. So it's a sort of a paddle from a small miniature one, guys. Yeah. But I really do like it. And I think it could be a fantastic sort of ornament on top of a journal or tied to the spine. Yes, gonna put like, you know, string all around it, like the burlap, whatever, and put it against the spine or on the top of a journal. It was 40 cents. And I thought it would just be lovely to show you as well. So weird, right? Yes, I know. Then I found this. This has a backstory to it. It's a beautiful old vintage box, right? It used to be 40 cents at V&D, which is a big department store in the Netherlands that no longer exists. Nowadays, if I find anything V&D, and I found 2 more things, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, V&D. I don't know why. It is National Tournament Chalk. I just love the packaging. I love the packaging. Now, I need to tell you a little bit of a story. My wonderful, wonderful dad, since my mom passed, he, shortly after, and I'm so proud of him, he picked up billiards. Not pool, not snooker, but billiards, like the classic form. My dad was raised on a billiard table. He had 11 brothers and sisters in the home. They had a big billiard table with, you know, something on top of it. That was their dining room table. And afterwards they used to play billiards. So he's really good at it, but he hadn't played for about 40 years. And these are actually chalks. Yes. Well, they're old. They're probably not good anymore. You could maybe use them. I might even, guys, try to do something with it because it's very pigmented. And maybe, I know this sounds mixed, maybe a bit too mixed media, but I could try to use it. But I just loved it for the box. And, well, I got a kick out of the story. I told my dad and he was like, oh my gosh, really, did you? And he's going to try it out. Anyway, he hasn't seen it yet. But, oh my, the packaging, lovies, yes. I took off I'm going to try to move this tape as well. It was €1.25 and I just absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved this. So, my friend found a couple of these. These are slides, probably tourist slides. They were €2.50. She found 3 of them. I picked this one. And the slides actually have images in them. I don't know. Do we need something white underneath? Do I have something white? Something white, please. Oh, I have papers. What is? I don't even know. What is this? Oh, it's like so. It's like so. It's like sort of a statue type of, I don't know. From Berlin? From Germany. It's from a museum. So there are slides from the museum. But I love the slides. But there's something in the back. I didn't see this. Oh yes, this is sort of what this is all about. So I have a couple of these slides. And I love the box as well. Yeah. Great, right? Yes, now I have slides with pictures in them. And it's a cool little box. Love the box. So, these I pick up all the time. They had loads. I limited myself to 4 of them. What do I use these for? In case you don't know, I have a drawer next to me and it houses trinkety bits. All sorts of trinkety bits. Now, these are not old, guys. These are from IKEA. Well, most of them are from IKEA. There are a couple of other sort of brands that also made these because I don't think you can buy them anymore at IKEA. And I picked them up for like 60 cents. Yeah. And I keep my trinkety bits in here. And I have the buckles now. Maybe the buckles can go in here. So I had 4 of these. 4 of these. Happy with. Also some other ones. These they sold by the pair. So €1.10 for 2 of them. And these I keep my buttons in. I do organize. Let me try to reach. Maybe I can get some out. Yes. I sort of try to organize my buttons to color and size and such. I know I'm a little bit OCD, but I just like it. So these I used for other trinkety bits. Yes, like buttons, or also have one with my colored bulb clips and such. So I pick these up all the time. And now I have, 4 more to fill. So I can buy more trinkety bits. Yeah? Okay, something else really weird. Oh, you're gonna laugh. My husband Tim did not went thrifting with me. I was home and showed showed him all my treasures, and he was like, why? Why? Okay, these are like Thrift, souvenirs. From Switzerland. I think they're all from Switzerland. They're bells. Cover your ears. They're real bells. Real, very big one. Yes, so I have a family of bells. What would I use them for? Now, let me reach again, guys. Because I was thinking, if ever I'm going to make, for instance, another Gunter. This is my baby. This is my baby. I love this journal. You could basically put this on the spine as a dangle. How fantastic would that be? Great, right? I thought it was a brilliant idea. Yeah, the friends that were with me who are also crafters were like, oh my gosh, yes, that is an amazing idea. So I'm going to use them as dangles. Now, this is a little bit too big, probably. But it was so beautiful. And it was a family. I didn't want to break it up. So this is probably going to have a place in my craft room for display. But why not? Yes, it is real ugly. But I like it. €1.10, €1.10. This was a little bit more expensive. €1.80. They're vintage for sure. So I bought bells. In my favorite craft shop, they have sort of a collector's space for things that people collect. People collect the weirdest things, guys, honestly. Like only the jokers from playing cards. Just, I don't know. Well, I do collect the weirdest things as well. I'm sort of an all-over collector. They also call that hoarder. Yes. No. So they had a couple of these small containers with old pins in them. And I absolutely love them. Look at this. And you can even hang something else on it. I don't know. It is a pin. These are all sort of pins. And a couple of them I have a double because I also bought some for my friends. Robson Club. They're vintage for sure. So I had 2 of these. And this was the Cathedral in Antwerp. Vintage for sure. All vintage. And this is... Was it upside down? Well, roller skates. It's roller skates. Had 2 of these with... is that a chicken? I don't even know, guys. Can you help me out? Is this a chicken? I don't even know what it is. It's a thing. No, it's... I don't even know. I'm not going to bother me. Oh, Sony. These might be a little bit newer, but I really like the image on here. So I bought all sorts of old pins, and they were 25 a piece. Yes, also have 2 of these. So I'm going to, share it with my friends. Shell. You know what? Shell Junior Club. Yes. And Winchester. Isn't that cool? Yeah. And Vianden. Switzerland. Sparta. Well, this is for my dad. Sparta is like a football, like a soccer club. We call it football. And that's my dad's team. That's my dad's team. So it's now my team. I don't like football, but I was raised with Sparta. More roller skates and all sorts. What was in here? Oh yeah. A lintje. Something Dutch. Cool, right? I think this is a thing. Stichting Nationale Eurocollectie. Oh, it's when the euro was introduced, probably. And this, weird, I have no clue why, guys. This is not Dutch at all. I think it's American because it says ice on it. Ice, special agent. And it's a pin, and you can put it on your garment piece. New in the packaging. Well, it was made in China. I don't know. But I liked it. I liked it anyway. So, lots of beautiful vintage pins. Aren't they gorgeous? Yes. All of them together because I have loads. I paid €5, but I was okay with it. They're just amazing. And I have the container for it. There you go. So, my friends and I went thrifting. And I was at the sports section. Do not ask me why. Because... my friend and her husband, who I also know, was with me, and he is a sporty guy. That's where I found these. And I was there and I was talking to him, and I glanced at something, and he saw my face change, like, what? And I said, oh my gosh, coffee filters. And the people around me were like, is that woman insane? Yes. Again, it's from V&D, the very old a department store. It's round coffee filters. This is really, really old, guys. This is really old. I don't even know. I think it has a date. Might say 1970. Could be. I don't know. But they're nice and yellow and grungy. Oh, and crunchy. Grunchy and crunchy. Lucky for me, there's 2 packs. So also gave one to my friend. I need to do a project with this, right? I don't even need to coffee dye them because, well, they are extremely old and I have a whole bunch of them. So I need to do something. So for me, I find this is a treasure. A treasure. Paid 25 cents for it. See, it was at Sports. Why do you... no, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. A couple of sort of storage items. A very small rack. Now, I believe I've shown you a larger one a couple of weeks ago that I found, and I have an idea for this. You know, you can put it on the wall and put on your trinkety bits. But what I want to do is ask my dad. He can probably do this. To make sort of slots in them so that I can hang. I've seen this on YouTube, guys. So that I can hang my brushes in there. So it's going to be a ink brush holder. Or for your daubers. Or something. So he can probably do this. So he's going to make sort of slots in here. And then you can hang either your daubers in there or your brushes. So it's a mini one. A mini one. Yeah. Cute, right? I paid €1.75. I was okay with it. So, and then I bought the whole shop. What? I bought the whole shop. Let me show you. It's hilarious. I had to put you at an angle to show you my shop. I know, it's ridiculous, guys. It's a sort of a miniature shop cabinet. Handmade, hand painted. It's dirty. I need to clean it. It's all sorts of dirty. And I just fell in love with it. It's amazing. I paid €3.50 for it. A little bit more expensive than what I normally pay, but it was just too unique of a kind, one of a kind. I do have a small collection of thimbles, you know, that you put on for sewing. I don't sew, but porcelain ones, really pretty ones. And they fit in here perfectly. So I'm going to have this somewhere on display and put on my small little thimbles. Isn't it great? Yes. Also, you can play a shop with this. So I bought a whole shop. It's just gorgeous. This has a name, this sort of painting. Stophorst something. My friend was like, oh yes, I did this for years and years. Yeah, isn't it cool? I couldn't leave it there. I was just sort of a little bit in love. What else do I have? Some paper items or office supplies. Let me show you. So for the paper/office supplies, I found this mini notepad or photo album. With handmade paper. I love this paper. This is actually such cool paper. And I do have more of these sort of souvenir photo albums that you probably buy in Bali or something. €1.10. Yes, this wasn't my favorite thrift shop, guys. It is in Leiden. You can visit this one. It's a really nice one, but they're a little bit more expensive than what I am used to. So if you're Dutchie, het Warenhuis, Leiden. There are 2 of them. Yes, so I bought this. I'm gonna take it apart. I might keep these because, you know, maybe. Ideas. Then I found this. I'm so happy. Yeah, well, this makes me happy. This is vintage for sure. You cannot tell me that this is not vintage. It is in the original packaging. Late 70s, early 80s. Maybe I can find a date. Oh, look. I didn't even see this. Oh, well, I would have paid, what did I pay? 60 cents. I would have paid 60 cents for this alone. Now, this is Holly Hobby. You also have Sarah Kay. Honestly, I cannot tell the difference. But, you know, that's me thing. It has, this is probably not from the set, but these are from the set. Now, I've been thinking how you call these. Are these called protractors? Well, measuring devices. Cool, right? I am not going to use them for measuring. But one day. I want to make a Holly Hobby / Sarah K journal. And these are going to be, well, how about side loading pocket? Oh my gosh, I have the best ideas. Side loading pockets. See? Fixed it. Tuck spot. Fixed it. I just love it. It's made in Japan. Does have a number. I might Google it. See from when this is. And it's in the original case. Cleveland, USA. American Creating Corporation. It was $5. Yeah. But I paid 60 cents for it. Yes, and it was complete. This does not belong here. But this does, and I'm going to keep it. This might be worth something even. Okay, so I found a big sort of metal container with a hanging file folder system in it. I already have two, maybe even three. 2 or 3. I found a beautiful blue one. And my friend was looking at me like, oh my gosh, yes. And I was like, it's yours, love, it's yours. I already have some. But it had some of the file folders in here. And I was like, but I do want some file folders. So she gifted me some of these. I love the paper. These are hanging file folders. It has some old sort of these on here. I'm going to, you know, demolish them and use them as paper. So I took out a couple of file folders. And she has a beautiful file folder hanging system now. Sort of a suitcase that you can carry. Fantastic. And then she found 2 of these. Yes. Photo paper. It says with spiderweb vellum. However, oh, also from a Dreesman, like Veendey, the department store that doesn't exist anymore. So it's not old. It does have the vellum, but not really the old spiderweb vellum. It's like the new spiderweb vellum. Yes. So this is more with the squares and such, and the old spiderweb is a real spiderweb, but it's a lovely nonetheless. Yes, and it's paper, and it was very, very cheap. I think she paid about 60 cents for it. I don't know. She had 2 packs. She was like, do you want one? Of course I want one. And then I found a photo album, not an old one, a rather new one with memories of Greece. Yes, you can use it as such. I paid €1.50 for it. Well, I am going to deconstruct it completely because it's actually really nice, sort of heavy chipboard. So you could basically make these into covers, cover them with something. But it has vellum in here. Yes, vellum. Very heavy, like Pergamano. And then this gorgeous paper. I love the paper. It is heavy cardstock. Almost handmade, a little bit grungy, and that's what I'm going to use it for. So I'm going to take it apart, take out the ring, and then use it as paper. Yes, well, try to find a good set of cardstock and vellum for €1.50. You cannot. You probably cannot. So I'm just going to use it as paper. So ladies, if you are at a thrift shop, just go through the photo albums, because you might find something like this very cheap, and then you have fantastic paper. So you don't need to go out and buy more paper. I found this. I found 2 of them. It has organization on it, sustainable, whatever. I'm going to completely ignore this, but it is like a big map with compartments in here. Yeah. That you can do whatever with. A huge ephemera holder. So I'll probably do something to the cover it up. It is sort of canvasy. You can sew in a very big signature, make this into an enormous journal, or just put in lots of stuff. Yeah, when I go out, you know, crafting with a friend, or make and take, or whatever. Could put lots of papers in. And I love it. Yes, I'm going to decorate this so you don't see this anymore. It was €1. Really liked it. Okay, for my last piece of paper. I don't know if you guys remember this piece of fabric. It was just a couple of minutes ago, or maybe even half an hour. You know, these videos are long. And I found this. Beautiful vintage wallpaper. How wonderful would this have been? It's gorgeous, guys. This is so 70s. Oh, it's amazing. These big flowers in the brown colors. And then you needed to have these curtains with it. Isn't it gorgeous? It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. It is real vintage. It's old paper. I can tell by the inside as well. The insides of wallpapers nowadays are completely different. It was not in the packaging. It wasn't priced, so I brought it to the lady at the counter. I was like, how much is this? And she put on a sticker for €1.50. Honestly, that is a steal. There are wallpaper collectors out there who would pay a fair bunch for this beautiful piece of paper. Now, I might use some of the paper, yes, to do some paper crafting with. There's a rip here, so I can use some of it. I can use some boo-boo tape, yes. Well, that's a big piece. But other than that, I'm just going to keep it because I have a couple of beautiful old wallpaper rolls. Yes, I'm a collector / hoarder. So yes, great find. Love it. Are we going to end with books? Let me have a quick look around. Books, right? Books, yes. And then my antique haul. I don't have a lot of books, but they're beautiful. Normally, I am surrounded by books. Not this time. Not because I controlled myself, but because we only had 15 minutes at the book department because they were closing. Now, before I went in the thrift shop, I went with my good friend last time, and she was a little bit overwhelmed at the book department. This time, her husband went with us. I told him what sort of books I normally find and what sort of books I never find there. Like these. Yes, these are like Museau type of books. They're not Museau, they're Meulenhof. But they have sort of the same images in them. And I told him, I never find these. And they were all together like this, guys. Together like this. I was like, or I find them today. And they were all 25 cents. They are fantastic. And I don't own any of these. So it's a perfect sort of addition to my collection. Look at the images on here. It's just too gorgeous. It is just so gorgeous, lovies. Black and whites and then the colored ones. Was it just one color one? Really? Oh no, here they are. Butterflies, bees. Pretty, right? So beautiful. I don't own this one yet. I need to have another one because I need to cut it up. It's so gorgeous. Does it have a date? Yeah, it has a X blah blah 70s. No, and I think even 60s. So I have this one, then another one with birds, cage birds that you keep at home. Oh my gosh. Oh, do you remember, lovies? Oh yeah, it's the same. I keep finding this one in a newer edition. And this is probably original because, oh yes, it has the exact same images. Oh, let me get the other one. Yes, I find this all the time for a very good price. And it has the exact same illustrations in here. Honestly, the exact same. Let's look. Can I find these ones? Well, take my word for it. They're the exact same. I didn't know. Oh, see, look. See? Yes. Old one, new one. Love the old one more. Yes, and I'm not ever going to cut into this. So I basically don't need a new one, an extra one, because I can already use this. Yeah, way lovelier, right? Yes. And then, yes, well, hello, Butterflies of Europe. I didn't even go through it. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. There's some illustrations and some photographs. I mean, more photographs. I would have imagined to have more illustrations. I love the back way more than the inside. I thought these were illustrations. They're not, but still pretty. And it's an addition to my collection. This is the Animal Kingdom. Okay, well, apparently Neanderthals are there. Yeah, kangaroos, birds, fishies, butterflies. Cool. They were 25 cents. And this is fossils. I do not collect fossils. I do not have any thing with fossils. But I really love the imagery on here, the colors and such. But it's just, you know, for my collection. Yeah. So 25 cents a piece. It's ridiculous. I know. Then I found this. Yes. Beautiful, big, old book. €1. So there were 3 of us there, yes. And I found this book, says €1. I didn't open it, and we were all like, well, it doesn't really matter what's inside. It doesn't matter. You just need to pick it up because this is already gorgeous. You know it's old. So I opened it up. This is the back. This is the back. And I still don't know what it's. Well, I think it's something religious. Is it German? No, it's not German. So this is the first page. I would have paid €1 for this. Absolutely. It is beautiful. And then there's sort of a cover here. It's from 1867. It's a biblical diary of something. So it is a religious book. It's not a Bible. Love it. It's not a Bible. Because if it was a Bible, I could not tear it up. But it's just lovely paper. Look at the paper. It's so old. You can feel the text. It's raggedy. I found a couple of treasures. There's a dried leaf in here. And another sort of piece of paper from a psalm book or something like it. But look at the edges. Oh, here. I kept it in here. Oh, look at the discoloration. Isn't it just absolutely amazing? Yes. Well, that was another piece. Again, cannot find it. Another piece of paper. It's just beautiful. And the covers. And it was €1. And, you know, I love it. Then, remember, I was channeling babies. Yeah, I just couldn't leave it there. I have seen these before. These are sort of cardboard books. But I love the imagery in here. Just so pretty, right? So you can use these, but just as a cover. Just take them apart completely and use every page as a front or back cover. But I just love the imagery in here. It's just nostalgia. Yes, what did I pay? 50 cents. Okay. Then two that I've never seen before. Well, this one I've never seen before. But I was already sort of like, yes, sure, I want this. The Petoman. I have no clue what this is. Paid 50 cents. I don't know. But it has all sorts of old photographs in here. And this. It's something that performed at Moulin Rouge. I don't know what he does. Same person. Time and again. I just thought it was interesting. Because I basically fell in love with the cover. I fell in love with this. It's a little bit dirty. I'm gonna clean it up. But this speaks to me. This speaks to me. Then the last book that I found thrifting is this one. Like last minute, we were on our way to check out, and then I found this one. Well, for my thrift shop, this was. I think this is almost the most expensive. Well, maybe I bought one for €5 at one point. So it was a very expensive book, but I sort of recognized it. Now, I cannot tell you where I've seen it. Either Tracy Fox, Joey DeFee, Tina Shabby Dabby Doodah. One of these three ladies have shown me this book. It's Louisa Lady in Waiting. Yes. It is from the 70s. It has the dust cover, so it's in very good condition. I love sort of the cloudy bookend pages. And the whole book is made with this sort of yellow paper. It's semi-gloss, but it's full of these. It's like pieces of ephemera waiting to be cut out. Honestly, guys, this is the best book that I found. Oh, in such a long time. Lovies, if you're from the UK, you can pick this up at Amazon for like £4. You need it. You absolutely need it. It's from the royal family because she was a lady in waiting with all sorts of memorabilia and, Tim Holtz people. Cut this out. Yes. So it's in the Netherlands, it's a rare one. It's an absolute rare one. I've never seen one and I love it. I want to cut in it, but I cannot because I only have one copy. Yes. So, and I hardly ever do this unless it's a really special one. Oh, look at this. Love it. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. I went online. I found a couple of books. Some of them were expensive, like €20. And I found one that was €4 or €5 on Amazon.nl. I'm sorry, love it. I ordered it. So I ordered it. It was way more. The shipping costs were way more expensive than the book itself, but it's so worth it. So another one is coming, which means yes, I can cut it up. It's not old enough for me to scan, lovey, so I cannot scan it and then use it. And I just love the paper as well. So isn't this just an amazing book? Amazing book. Okay, I'm going to give you an ISBN number. It is in the back. I almost know it by heart. ISBN. There it comes. 0224401712. Yes, it is Louisa Lady in Waiting by Elizabeth Longford. Yeah? Must have. This is up there for me with, well, my Victorian Flower album, my Edith Holden, the British Concise Flora, whatever. Love it. So, well, that's it for the books. Well, that's it actually for my thrift haul. But we're not finished because now I have my amazing antique haul. So, for my antique haul, not affiliated, not sponsored, but I had so much fun there. It's for us Dutchies, it's called Vintage and Vondsten. Like vintage, it's like the Dutch pronunciation for vintage. When you have a real Dutch person and they say it's vintage, then they say it's vintage. Vintage. Yeah, they don't have a website. They do have a Facebook. Yes, it is in Portugal. Not Portugal, but Portugal. It's near where I live. Dorpstraat 1. But if you Google Vintage and Vondsten, you can find them. They're not open all the day. They're open Wednesday until Saturday from 11 to 5. Yes, and every last Sunday, so that is a good thing. Yeah, and they're also on, I believe they're on Facebook. Yes, but honestly, if you're a Dutchie and have any questions about it, like what was the address again? You can email me. But if you're Dutchie, write it down. Portugal, Dorpstraat. Yeah, fantastic. I love the shop. Very lovely people. Okay, I'm gonna take out random stuff because I found this. Yes, been searching for it for like forever. I do have a lovely one. But this is a smaller one. And honestly, this is so compact. And I can have this on my desk without it being in the way. It's a muffin tin. Or, you know, a bacon tin. It's made in England. Yes, it's old. It's rusty. But not dirty. Really dirty. And it was only €5. Guys, it was only €5. Now, this was the cheapest one they had. They have more. They have a couple more. I think that the most expensive one was €17.50. But honestly, if I didn't own one already or didn't find this one, I would have bought it. Because they are hard to find. It's very Tim Holtzy. Tim Holtz has one and then he puts all the stuff in. So I found this. Really, really happy. What else did I find? I found a very old perforator. It's completely rusted. You probably cannot use it anymore. I do have a small collection of these. I didn't have this one. It was so beat up. It was just €2. Honestly, guys, I would have paid €2 in a thrift shop for this. So, not very high prices, right? No. Then I found this at the counter, at the register. These are hairpins. From Germany. They're vintage. They're a whole box and they cost 50 cents. I just love the packaging and it has these in here, you know, for your hair and well, probably for your hair and such. So new in the packaging. 50 cents. Come on. Yes. Then this is not old, but I needed to have it. There was a whole box full of these spools with ribbons on them. And they were only, I believe, €1 or €1.50. And I actually sort of like the spools. I can reuse the spools for something else. I'm not really like over the moon with, oh my gosh, it's green ribbon. It's lovely for Christmas and such. But I loved the spool. And then this ribbon is just fantastic. Isn't it cool? I just love it. I would have picked this up for that price at my thrift shop. Then another trinkety bit. This was actually in sort of a display case. So I reckoned it was very expensive. It wasn't. It was, well, it was a little bit more expensive. It was €3. But I thought it was really, really cute. It's a dangle. Again, it's a souvenir piece. It's a little small booklet. You can open it up. It's not real silver, but it looks, you know, expensive and old. And it then has all these small cards in here. Like souvenir cards. Look at that. Yes. So basically I want to make one myself. Yeah. It's so cool, right? I absolutely loved it. It's not old, but I just really, really liked it. And it has sort of an engraving on the back. And as a journal dangle. Amazing. What was old, oh my, you're gonna scream, was this. I know, right? I'm gonna carefully try to take this off. These are old. I love the packaging as well. These are documents. It says here Napoleon. I do not know if this was Napoleon. It's 1850. Probably not. I don't know. But it says Napoleon. It is in French. They are sort of... I do not read or write French, lovies. But it says Napoleon. And it has all sorts of old documents. 1869 old letters. Look at that handwriting. You need a magnifying glass for this. And it's double, right? And it's on old paper with a fountain pen. And look at this. Oh my gosh. It has a watermark in here and a pressed seal. I don't know what this is about at all. But that's okay. This probably sort of went here with this. I don't know. But it's just gorgeous. Look at that. Yes, it says Napoleon. I cannot get over the fact that it says Napoleon. Very old documents. Yeah, it's falling apart. It's so brittle. It is so beautiful. With some, it's sort of ledger. Well, it's basically ledger. Can I find the date? With a small piece. Extra bonus piece. 1868. Yeah, so this and then... another one of these as well. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes. Guess what I paid in an antique shop for this? Guess. I have a card. Here, that says the price. €5.50. What? Yeah. Well, that was a steal. Unfortunately, these were the only French documents they had. I went through the whole shop. And yeah, well, this should have had a 2 in front of it. Honestly. Yeah, so amazing find. Amazing find. I'm going to gently put all of these away. And they are scannable. So at one point, I will scan them. While I was putting it away, I'm going to address it to you, Julie. Julie, hi, Julie. She's a follower. She has a YouTube channel. She's French. It says Empereur de Français. So is this really Napoleon, love? 1850? I don't know my French history. Could be. Let me know. Let me know. Or if you don't need to be Julie. You can be someone else. It looks important, right? It looks important to me. Okay, be careful with it. So I found a couple of lovely cards. Look at this. It is embossed. You can feel it. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? The cards were between €1.50 and €3. But I took this one with me. From when is it? 1911. 1911. Just too gorgeous. Some cabinet cards, some real ones. Those were all, the small ones were €1.50. They were nicely packaged, lovelies, in plastic. I took off the plastic. Lovely lady for sure. But you know, this is what I'm all about. This is what I'm all about. Also, apparently, Mr. Tim Holtz is all about this. Yes. Another lovely lady. Again, beautiful. They are damaged, but that's quite all right because they're old. They need to be damaged. Oh no, this gentleman. Look at this. Unfortunately, they were all from Amsterdam. Yeah, this what it is. And a big one. I paid up for this one, but I absolutely love the photograph. This was €3. This is from France. It says Lausanne. Lausanne? It's in France, right? Look at the family. It's probably their daughter and, you know, the mom and the dad. And a beautiful... this is also very nice, right? Yes, I paid euro for it. 1907. 1907. This is from France, right? For sure, for sure. Oh, loved it, loved it. Then in the shop, they also sell some brocante, as they name it. It's like not old, not vintage, but meant to look old. And I found these ex libris, like this book is from the library of. And they honestly, their stickers, they were just 10 cents. And I just needed them because I thought they were lovely. I thought they were lovely. Then I found some school notebooks. They were 50 cents a piece. What? Yeah, I know. expensive, right? No. I'm sorry. Yes, look at it. I didn't even see the back. These are not Dutch. I think these came probably from, I think, Indonesia. Look, it's a beautiful paper. This one is empty, but it's just gorgeous. It was 50 cents. And then it says, do not cough or sneeze all around. Well, I'm sorry. But keep your handkerchief for your mouth. Yes. Look at the discolored pages, like with grid paper. It's just beautiful, right? And then the last one, and there's all sorts of, I think it's cigar bands in here. Foei! It says, shame on you. I don't know why. Yes, cigar bands. I just like it for the paper. It's nice to have cigar bands, but I have a gazillion cigar bands already, so it's just nice that they're in there. I just love the paper. So it's someone's cigar band collection. Yeah. And as a bonus, cigar bands. More. Oh, this is more like a grocery list. Yeah, I don't know. It's, oh, look at the last page. Just gorgeous. So I paid €1.50 for the 3 of them. Then I found old British newspapers. Now, not antique, but vintage for sure. Look. Cassius Clay, before he was Muhammad Ali. This is from the 50s, right? It did say a date. Something. From the 50s. So pretty. I was looking for the dates. Actually from the 60s. This is 1967. Yes. It is falling apart. Well, and that's a good thing. Because now I can maybe sort of use it. So, very old newspaper. This one. And then this one is from the 50s. It's the Daily Mirror. And this is from 59. Yes. Oh, look at all the advertisement pieces. Oh, now and forever. Oh, cool. Yes. So, happy. What else? I got a couple of sort of books. This is an old one. A very old one. It is a Bravo album from 1941. So, very vintage. Number 1. It is completely falling apart. It is... Yes, I'm channeling babies, I know. For small children. A sort of magazine. With, you know, cartoons in them. Lovely stories. I've never seen it. I've never heard of this one. Bravo. And they're all different. And I love these colors. Yeah. And then the other one. And then, see, it's green. That was purple. This is green. So every week they probably had a new color. Green. Oh, I love this. And you can make something. So, and this is the gray. And more of this. So, never seen it. I did not pay a lot for this. I don't know the exact price anymore. But it was about €4. To me, thrift shop prices. So, yes, fantastic. Two collector items. I did pay up for these, but I love them so much. These are Candle by James Illingworth Limited, peppermint snuff and menthol snuff. Snuff boxes? I don't know. I paid €5 a piece, which is not I know, guys, you're probably like, what? Only €5? Yes, well, only €5. I absolutely love this. Registered trademark with a big rooster on it. Oh, they're so gorgeous. No, you cannot do any junk journaling with it, but I don't really mind because I also have a collection of vintage stuff. Isn't it pretty? I love them so much, and the colors, fantastic. I have bought 3 more books there. Let me show you. 3 more books, not antique, but a little bit older. I have never seen this one. It was €3. I probably would have picked it up in a thrift shop if I would have found it for €3. It has all of this. Isn't that beautiful? It's not old, so I couldn't scan it, but I could, you know, cut everything out. It also came with a sort of a booklet with all the names and such. And it has all these. Yes, these are sort of edges of antique maps. Like world maps and such. You see these on the sort of corners or edges of the beautiful handmade maps that they did back in the day. Like a gazillion years ago. Who creepy. Oh, that would be fantastic. for Halloween, right? Yes. Not really Halloween girl, but I'm doing Halloween. You want a scoop? I'm gonna mention it later this week, probably, lovies. I am joining Creep on June from Tracy Fox. I know I am not a Halloween girl, but if Tracy Fox asks you if you want to do collaboration, you just say, yes, ma'am, please, thank you. So I have this one. More information on this, lovies. Yes, so this one. Now, this one, I almost know for sure that I already have a copy. I got this from a friend of mine. This is a picture book of Rotterdam in beautiful sort of illustrations. Look at this. Now, in case you don't know, I was born in Rotterdam, was raised in Rotterdam, and I love my Rotterdam. I don't live there anymore. Well, I live near Rotterdam. So it has all these old photographs and some of these. Aren't these gorgeous? Yes, I already have the book. Guess what? I can take it apart now. So yeah, these are beautiful images in them. And also for me, a little piece of history of my beautiful city. €3.50. This I paid up for a little bit, but again, I absolutely loved it. Victorian flower gardens. You had me at Victorian. Yeah, €5, a little bit expensive, but you know, I was there. And it has beautiful images in them. Look at those. Aren't these absolutely gorgeous? I think it's watercolor images and it's just completely full of them. So yeah, I just love it. I just love it. So maybe a little bit expensive. If I would have found this in a thrift shop, I'd be like, €5? Are you serious? No. But you know, I was antiquing. Okay, oh, I have more loves. Let me show you something very unusual. I'm hoping I'm zoomed out enough. It's a small black sort of suitcase. Yes. You open it up on the top like so. It was open when I bought it. And then you sort of flip it open. Yes. Hoping you can see. Look. So it was on display like so. It's a language course. A lingophone. Registered design. Blah, blah, blah. For French. Maybe I should do this one and then I could read the letters. Yes. So I love the suitcase. Yes. Love this. Then it has the booklets in there for, you know, how to read French. With fantastic images as well. Old paper. Did it have a date? I think this is sort of 60s. No, love, 1931. Or 30s. Completely off. More of these sort of... you know, teaching aids. And then I'm gonna tilt it, guys, and then there are records in here because you needed to put this on a record player. Yes, record sleeves with tabs on them and numbers. I'm hoping you can tell. I'm gonna pick out one of them to just show you. There's these are the heavy records. Bakelite, I do not know. Bakelite? Is Bakelite? Oh yeah, Bakelite, that's a word. See, it has the tabs with the numbers, so those were sticking out. And then the lingophone language with the record inside. These are the heavy records. Yeah? And then nothing on the outside. But I was thinking, act as if it was a file folder. Take out the record and then you can use one of these to make a project with. So, win-win situation. I have the fantastic suitcase, the books, the records, and I'm not going to do anything with, and then the record sleeves. Isn't that amazing? I absolutely loved it. I did think about it for a little while. I paid €12.50 for it. In my opinion, it's a steal. I think this should have been at least $30, but I paid 12.50. And it's complete intact, love. Oh, do not forget to put these in here. So everything is in here. So you could basically, if you have a record player. Who has a record player? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I just bumped the camera. If you have a record player, you could basically learn French. But that's why they invented the internet. Or Julie. So amazing, right? While I'm zoomed out, another amazing piece. This is vintage for sure. It reminds me of Wedgwood or Tiffany & Co. It's the color. It's those colors. It's the lovely sort of blue. It's plastic. It's all plastic. I'm going to try to clean it a little bit. And this is embossed on it. It is a sort of a container. It does work. It has a lid and then you open it up and you have this. You can put this in. You can put lots of stuff in. It has a rose in here. I do not know why. And I absolutely adore this print. So I'm going to use it for papers and such, for storage. It was €7.50. It's supposed to be this color. Let's see if I can do this. Yes, see, this is the original color, and this is, I'm going to try to clean a little bit, see if that will work, to restore it to its former glory, but I absolutely love it. It's probably had like a set with brushes for a young lady, probably with a mirror and brushes, a powder, a puff thing. I can imagine something like this, but it's just too gorgeous and it wanted to live with me. So I took it. Pretty, right? Yes. If you know, guys, what this is exactly, you can let me know in the comments. Yes. More storage options. A couple of items more. Lovelies. 1, 2, 3. 3 more items. I'm going to count this as one item. These are small boxes. It has advertisement on this for melted cheese. You can buy the melted cheese and small little canisters. It's with all the advertisement pieces on it. Isn't that cool? This one and then this one. Yes, 20 plus. I don't know the brand of this. The funny thing is, if you have it like so, it's the right side up. But if you have it like so, all the advertisement pieces are upside down. I don't really mind. But it's a storage box, so you can basically put stuff in. Yes, a small piece of ephemera, why not? But I just absolutely adore them. They were not cheap, but they were unusual. I paid $6.50 each, but I just had to have them. I just had to have them. Pretty, right? Yeah. Another item. These were in there. Then I bought. That's not old. I'm going to try to show you. This is a big box. 12 by 12 does fit. That's why I picked it up, guys. There were probably wine bottles in here. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. It does have a lid. It comes with a lid, lovies. And then these handles so that you can carry it. Let me tell you how big this is. This is 13 inches by, well, probably 13 by 13. So guess what? My 12 by 12s fit in here. And that's why I bought it. So that I can store my 12 by 12 paper packs in here. And it's just lovely and decorative. Okay, I have one more item. I'm going to need my handheld camera. And there's a little story to this item. But before I do, guys, I'm going to show you this. Because some of the small paper items, they packaged in this beautiful paper bag. Isn't it gorgeous? I just love it. And you know me, I just, sort of winked at the lady behind the counter. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. Can I have one more? And she said, sure, you can. So she gave me a 5. So I have beautiful paper bags. So that's so kind. So kind. Again, I'm going to show you this card, guys. Not sponsored, not affiliated. But honestly, if you live in this area or if you are visiting Doeding from, afar, it's 10 minutes drive from Doeding. Vintage and Vondsten. They're open Wednesday to Saturday, 11 to 5 a.m. You cannot, I'm sorry guys, I'm going to go in Dutch. Je kan er niet pinnen. Alleen contant betalen. Maar er zit een pinautomaat echt ernaast. So you cannot pay with your card. You only can pay cash. So that's what I said in Dutch. Just in case you were like, what's that gibberish? Yeah, that's Dutch. Okay, I'm going to take my camera off the stand and then show you my biggest treasure. Hope I'm not shaky, guys. So I saw this sort of cabinet thing in the shop. It was actually sort of a display. Yes. It starts here. Yes. And then it has this sort of reading for your books. And then all these lovely little compartments. And these are actually sort of slots. Yes. But for some reason, there's sort of a wave in here. This is the deepest and it goes like this and like this and like this. But it's the perfect fit for my ink pads. And then for all my trinkety bits. This was actually used at a post office. This is for a post office where they put in, post thingies. And I have my favorite books on here. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. My dad fixed this because it didn't fit. Now here's the story. I saw it, fell in love, showed my husband. My husband said, yes, I know you love it, but you have no room. And honestly, I did not have any room. These are my lights. I just love it. It is about almost a meter by 80 centimeters, something like it. It's been painted green. It's been painted over. I don't care. It's been chipped everywhere. It's just original. So basically didn't fit anywhere, and I agreed with it. So I went home, and all the way home I was thinking about it. Why didn't I not pick it up? And then all evening I was thinking, why did I not pick it up? And I was afraid that if I went next time, it was gone. So here's what I did. I contacted Lillian, who works there. She has a booth there. And I was like, Lillian, please help. Please help. I want it. And then she put it on, you know, on hold for me. So I went to pick it up the next week. Okay, this is not cheap, but I indulged myself. I paid 65 euros for it. But for me, it is absolutely worth it because I fell in love with it. And it's functional. It's decorative. And, you know, I'm working hard. I can spoil myself now and then. So, yeah, that was the biggest treasure. Right? Oh, love it so much. So that's it for today, lovies. I hope you enjoyed it. Big haul, right? I have no clue how long this video is. Well, long enough for a toilet break, a cup of tea and a snack. I've been sitting on this haul for a couple of weeks because I wanted to combine it with my thrift haul. Big thank you to Lillian, who pointed me in this direction. Yes, again, not affiliated, but it's you must see it. Not next week, guys, because honestly, I cleaned them out. I took everything that I was like, you can journal with this. Yes, yes, yes. Take it with you. Wait a couple of weeks and then go visit them. Okay, do you have a favorite? Please let me know in the comments. I'll be back again tomorrow with a crafty video. It's going to be an easy one. It's going to be an easy tutorial. So, hoping you can join me then. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Until tomorrow. Bye, guys.